When I wanted to print my work as a photographer, I started to look at color profiles. And those are all like digital models based on like sets of three numbers that makes the computer understand how to represent the colors that I'm seeing on the screen, on the paper that I'm printing. And when I start to look at them, I realized that we tend to represent them as objects or as virtual objects because those numbers don't mean much to us. And when you look at an object, it all makes sense. The starting point of this project was the way we as humans visualize data. I realized, no, it's not about color. It's about the object. It's about how we choose to organize the color. In the 19th century, it was really popular to build clay models to illustrate mathematical formulas, which is also a subject of a very famous photographic series by photographer Hiroshi Sugimoto, who photographed those objects of knowledge, which are representing different mathematical formulas. Also, Man Ray was very interested in them and created some photographs based on some models of math formulas he saw in Paris. And that is the thing, this like weird affinity of us as human beings as finding a form to represent reason, those objects and forms, which also repeat in culture. They're all very familiar. They all make sense to us. They all make sense as objects of knowledge. It's really interesting how those shapes travel, and they're all arbitrary. They're all our choices. Those are our choices how to make information visible. How do we take something from the world of ideas, the world of virtual imaging, and turn it into an object in the world? Something it never had been or was never intended to be. That was my motivation to make those sculptures. It is interesting to always subvert and challenge that. So it's interesting for me to break that order by divorcing what is represented and the symbol that represents it. And when you do that, the object is now open for new meanings. And that in that way, the meaning grows. And the same object can get multiple meanings, and it doesn't have to be a meaning, it could be a plural. And that's also a way that you can acknowledge ways of thinking that are slightly different than yours, or radically different than yours.